This is Yabusame, the traditional samurai art of archery from the back of a running horse. The samurai warriors of ancient Japan lived with a philosophy unique in the annals of mankind. It was to pledge their very lives as an act of loyalty to their lord. To sacrifice one's life for his master was for the samurai the most glorious death. And so they lived each day with a constant desire for beauty in death. This philosophy that a samurai warrior should live to die gloriously penetrated into the lives of the common people. It is through this philosophy, this spirit of the Japanese, that Budo, the martial arts of Japan, including Kendo, Karate-do, Judo, and Aikido, have been handed down to this day. The Japanese sword is the symbol of Budo, and the cutting edge of its blade is said to be sharper than that of any other in the world. This is one of the basic patterns of fencing in the ancient Shinkage school of Kendo. The object is to avoid the opponent's sword and to reply instantly to his blows. As real swords are used, great skill is required, as the least mistake means certain death. The belief of the samurai that he should know how to handle the sword, to have spiritual power, and be fearless in the face of death in battle has been handed down to this day through this type of special training. Training which must be continued day after day. The mission of the samurai was to defend their lords from attack, to provide constant readiness against wars and insurrections. They were called to ever improve their minds and sword skill. Japan is blessed with the 4 beautiful seasons: spring, summer, autumn, and winter, the variety of which gives various influences upon the human mind. Through this benevolent gift of nature, the Japanese have been imbued with the spirit of Budo. As only the warrior class were privileged to use the sword, the less fortunate had to devise other means of defending themselves from the violence of the sword. The master demonstrates the use of the tatami tempe. It is made of deer skin, and it is elastic enough to absorb even the sharpness of the Japanese sword. Tonfa, made from the hardwood of the oak tree, allows one to shield himself from the cutting power of the sword, while at the same time it has the unseen power of killing one's opponent with a single blow. The Japanese sword is a fearsome weapon which can kill in a moment. Thus it was that those without the sword required devices and means with which to cope with the deadly blade. This weapon is called nichogama, consisting of 2 sickles, a farming implement which may be found anywhere. Defeat in the face of the Japanese sword meant certain death. As the only means of defending oneself against the sword when it resorted to violence was to beat down the opponent. It was therefore vital that one had to train himself severely to master techniques surpassing the samurai. This is the nunchaku, made famous throughout the world by the dragon, Bruce Lee. It was devised out of an unsophisticated farming implement used to crush beans. Thus, the common man developed various weapons in response to the need to protect himself from the violence of the sword. The term karate literally means empty-handed. In reality, it is the human body which has been converted into a lethal weapon. Through cruel physical training, and with it the cultivation of a dauntless spirit so that one can stand any pain, the entire body is converted into a steel weapon. One who has mastered karate can knock down an opponent with but a single blow. The process to attain this mastery is long and tedious. There is no other means but patience and superhuman effort. No amount of training can be said to be enough. It must continue without end, with greater endeavor. His hands, strengthened and steeled through severe practice, can cut as a sharp-edged knife. Once he concentrates his full mental powers on a given target, his hand shows its true strength. The fascination of judo lies in that a person of a weaker physical strength can defeat an opponent of a larger build. Judo is a simple hand-to-hand fighting technique devised by the unarmed for the purpose of self-protection.